And there is new information tonight on a Thanksgiving gathering that was shattered by gunfire yesterday. A man entered a home in Heath, killed another man inside before apparently turning the gun on himself. And tonight, we're learning a little more about the shooter. NBC4's Ted Hart is live in Heath with new details on this tragic story. Ted?
Well, Cabot, the Licking County Sheriff Randy Thorpe says the county coroner will make a definitive determination on the causes of death. Meanwhile, though, court records tell the stories of how both men involved had some trouble in their lives. Newman Excavating is fairly well known around Heath. Rick Newman was a second-generation. The business had suffered recently after Newman was injured and couldn't work as much. In fact, court records reveal that Newman and his wife were facing foreclosure on their house earlier this year and had filed for bankruptcy. The man who came to Newman's house with a gun Thanksgiving Day, Milton Jarvis, was a former employee of the excavating business.
I've known him probably 10 years at least.
Tim Clark says he knew both men involved. He says he went to high school with Rick Newman, and he lives just a few doors away from Jarvis.
There was a few times that Rick rode his motorcycle. He'd even stop here and, chat with me a minute or so too, but he'd go down and see Mr. Jarvis. Again, whatever their relationship at that point was, I couldn't tell you.
Earlier this week, Jarvis pled guilty to felony charge of trafficking and was placed on 3 years probation. Investigators have not said what they believe the motive was, only that Jarvis showed up at the house with a handgun and that both men are dead.
The whole situation's a total shock. From both ends of it, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. The whole thing doesn't.
Really? And the families of both men declined to comment today. Meanwhile, preliminary findings from the coroner are expected early next week. Live in Licking County, Ted Hart, NBC4.